We are live. Hey, how about you, everybody? Welcome into the Corner Call-In Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for AuburnSports.com. Dadgummit, today is Sunday, August the 17th, 2025. We are less than 2 weeks away from kickoff, and we're here to bring you the best 60 minutes of your week. Until toe meets leather, this is going to be the best 60 minutes of your week, I promise you. All right, we're going to have a fantastic show for you tonight because we always do. That's just how I know it. And we always have fantastic calls, fantastic callers, insight, questions, comments. We're going to get to them all as quickly as possible and get to as many as possible. And here to do it with me, as they always are, 100% of the time when they're here, they're actually here, folks. Mr. Cole Pinkston, Sir Alan Head. How about you, fellas?
How about you?
How about you?
How about you, everybody? How we doing tonight?
Fairly well.
Doing great. Doing great. We're almost there, guys. We're so close.
One more show without something to talk about. One more talking season show. Cannot wait.
Whew. Let's get some football going, baby.
Cannot wait. Now, when is the first? Is it this? Usually the week before Auburn plays, there's like some kind of Hall of Fame game or some shit.
Yeah, there's 2 games, I believe, on Saturday, week 0.
There you go. Go.
I think Fresno's one of them. You got a couple of games. I'm going to watch
the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, if you're a program trying to get some exposure, I would schedule a week 0 game because I watch every snap of those games. I don't care who's playing. I'm so ready for football, I can't stand it at that point.
We were talking about next weekend there will be football, college football, Alan Ed.
It's you can't get here soon enough. I mean, realistically, it's crazy how small a part of the calendar the actual football season is, and then how much we actually talk about it, right? But I'm glad that it's here. I'm glad that we're coming to the end of what has been, up until probably the last month, a difficult recruiting cycle. But as of now, the tide has turned, and let's talk about that today, guys. You guys put in 2 really big RPMs for a 5-star player.
Yes, Braylon Womack, the 5-star safety. I think he's the number 1 safety. I think Rivals top-ranked safety in the country from Mississippi. He's down to Auburn, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Florida. He's going to announce on Thursday. We've been leaning Auburn just what little intel we could gain for several weeks. We've been leaning Auburn, and we've been kind of on an island when it comes to that. Some of the national guys were hearing Ohio State, but everything that we've heard since really late June, early July, since official visit season ended, was, man, we really like where Auburn stands here. And just going into this week, the announcement week. The buzz just kind of gained some even more momentum late last week, and I felt like, we all discussed this, behind the scenes. We were all comfortable and confident and ready to make that move.
Yeah. We there's a few things that's happened. We said when it gets to announcement week for Braylon Womack, we will have a better clue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And a couple things in the last few days that led me to believe it's time to put the pick in, right? Like, same for you.
At least I'm comfortable doing so.
Yeah. And from everything I've been able to glean, I think you guys are spot on. You never say never in recruiting at this point, right?
Absolutely.
Speaking in absolutes is going to set yourself up for failure every time. That said, to use one of my dad's favorite terms, the preponderance of the evidence would lead you to believe, from what we know right now, Braylon Womack is going to commit to Auburn. And I think he has every intention, when he makes his commitment, whoever he chooses, to ride that commitment out. I do not believe this is a situation, unless the head coach gets fired, that's what it would take for me for Braylon Womack to flip to whoever he's going to flip to, if that's the case.
I think he actually said that too, Alan. I went back and was reading some of his quotes, and he specified Hugh Freeze. God forbid Hugh Freeze I think it was when we asked him after an official visit, will you be done when you commit? And he was basically like, yes, unless God forbid Hugh Freeze gets fired or something like that. It was something like that, basically backing up exactly what you just said. Steve Wiltfong, On 3's national recruiting reporter, director of whatever. Also, I don't know, man. These titles get so long. I don't know. He also put in a Fong bomb. He's got his unique, personalized RPM, the Fong bomb, which I love. Steve, he's fantastic at his job. So that makes you feel better. Just got a super chat from Daniel Denny. Appreciate you, man. We don't score on offensive TD against Baylor. Hey, we can we'll refund that cat. We don't want you $10. Hey, but we do not ask or encourage anybody to do that, man. We just appreciate y'all listening, appreciate y'all watching. You don't owe us nothing but your time, man. We appreciate it. Let's get to some calls because I know we had a lot last week and we lost several of them because we kept on and on because there was a lot of good stuff to talk about last week. But Zach's kind of let the comment section know. Let's keep it short. Let's try to keep it to a minute. Get in, get out. Hit it and quit it, fellas. So before we do, man, if you're in Auburn, Opelika, don't forget about real estate. If you need some help there in Auburn, Opelika, Lee County, look no further for the help you need. Miss Jessica Andrus with First Realty. She is a full-service realtor. Get your mind out of the gutter, boys. She's fantastic. 5-star realtor, 334-704-4442. A lot of fours in that number, Alan. Yeah, but she's a freaking 5-star realtor. I'm going to have to tell her to edit that. This ain't no Ty masseuse, Oh, man. She's fantastic. Never had a bad word said about her. Never had anything other than a 5-star review. Give her a call, Miss Jessica Andrus at First Realty, 334-704-4442. Tell her we sent you. I know Kevin and was under Wanda's account, but he was already posting. I think everybody was going to score 35 touchdowns this year. If he is on the phone, we'll try to get to Kevin, see if he can find that sweet spot in his house to get some good service. Zach, if he's on the phone and he's ready, let's make it happen.
Well, we're going to give it a try.
Okay.
That service is kicking down in Wilmer. Kevin, you're live, man.
Come on, Kevin. Come on.
You can do it.
Kevin from Wilmer, Alabama.
How about you, big dog? Talk to us, Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah. Let me just read what he wrote.
He will get Braylon Womack.
All right. Kevin's in the Womack boat.
There it is. Put his prediction in.
I like that. That gives me some confidence. If
there you go.
Putting it in.
Move over, Fong. We got the Kevin.
And that commitment from Oregon to Auburn too.
I think he's saying something about Tank Jones flipping from Oregon to Auburn. And Kevin, I am not, as Mr. Allen had said, speaking in absolutes when it comes to recruiting. I'm certainly not doing that with Tank Jones. No. But I will say this, in the comment section, Kevin got us started under Wanda. Kevin from Wilmer, Alabama. Cam Coleman will have 35 touchdowns, 38 total touchdowns. Eric will have 35. Perry Thompson will have 35. Everyone will score, and we will get Braylon Womack. You heard it right from the mouth of, actually the fingertips of Mr. Kevin from Wilmer, Alabama. Hey, appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate your effort, man. Your persistence. Man, you got to find that sweet spot.
We got to raise some money there to get them like a cell tower out there or something.
Yeah. He's on Cole's side of the tracks, it sounds like.
I know a guy.
Well, we're going to keep it rolling. Another good caller here. Hasn't called in a while. I believe we have Hendo here.
Oh. Hendo.
Nice.
Hey, what up, fellas?
How about you, big dog?
That's Hendo.
What's going on, man? Y'all changed the time on me. I thought y'all got mad at me. Said we ain't gonna worry about Hendo. We gonna take time.
Pulled the okey doke on you.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Are you working, Hendo?
Yeah, man. I'm on break, man. When I saw you posted on the corner, y'all changed the time about 6:30. I was like, oh, they thought about me. They said they wanted to hear from me.
Oh, so this works out good for you.
Oh, perfect for me.
Awesome. Well, then we will continue our 6:30 start time because of Hendo.
Yep, the Hendo approved time. I like it.
Stamped.
Well, I'm gonna keep it short because I know there's a lot of folks out here, but I just want to speak on like the scrimmages, man. Like, I read about what y'all report and this and that, and I know people get frustrated. The offense is this and that, but I mean, like y'all, I mean, I play football, and when you going against, when I play defense, I was a three tech. So when you going against your offense repeatedly, you get used to what the linemen call. They call like what when I play, the center would call scoop or the tackle would call over or under. When I hear that, I know what's going on. So it's the advantage is to the defense. So people have to realize that until it's game time, it's going to be like that. Defense will always have an advantage. You just have to realize that. But enough of that to get on to this point. Since we're hearing about defense being so well, I got two things: over and under of a player getting 10 sacks or better, and the over and under of one player getting at least 5 interceptions.
Oh,
how about who's the most likely to do those two things? I mean, are we talking Kieron Crawford? Are we talking Keldrick Falk? Are we talking Chris Murray?
What was his number of sacks?
10.
10.
Over under on one player getting 10 sacks. Over under on one player getting 5 interceptions.
I got you.
Oh, I see. 10 sacks, 1.
Well, he's just saying over under that one gets it.
Yeah.
Like, would you take the over?
It's 1. So
you call it a push. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many did Keldrick have last year? 8?
10.
I've seen 7. I've seen someone list 7, but I've seen 8 on a
B-Man, we know you're in the chat, big dog. Help us out. Keldrick Falk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think we looked this up. Well, would you say the most likely is Kieron Crawford?
No.
B-Man had a fantastic story about him. Would you say Keldrick Falk, Cole?
I'd say Keldrick for sure.
Okay. So you think the end of the year, the sack leader is going to be Keldrick Falk?
Yeah.
I'm going to go under. I think you're going to have multiple guys at 7+. I don't think you're going to have any one guy at 10+. That's just me. But
no,
I think you're going to be dividing up who's creating the pressure a little bit more this year.
I've been doing the stat comparison, and there's not many guys that got over 10, if any, that I remember on Auburn's schedule at least.
Keldrick had 7 sacks last year, P-Matt says.
And B-Matt's right. I just looked at ESPN. That's what they're saying anyway. I felt like I thought it was higher.
You might be thinking that tackles for loss was 11. That might be the number you're thinking.
Okay, that's
so. Here's what I'm saying. Give me your top 3 at the end of the year going into bowl season. God forbid Auburn doesn't make bowl season, but they are because they are. I just said they are. So go ahead and book it. Going into bowl season, after the regular season has ended, who are the top 3 sack leaders for Auburn, and how many sacks does number 1 have? I'm going to go Kieron Crawford at the top.
Okay. I don't think that's a bad pick.
I'm going to go Keldrick at 2. And, dude, I might go Malik Blogden.
I'm with you on that, with the exception of how much they're going to rotate interior defensive line and how many snaps is he going to get per game. That's the difficult part for me to judge on that, because I think Von Trail's going to throw a bunch of guys out there for 25 snaps.
B-Matt had a great one, Amaris Williams.
That was who I was going to trend towards.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Amaris is good. I'm telling you, my mind went to a linebacker for one of these, and I'm thinking Riddick.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. Keldrick and Kieron, they're the 2 for sure, and then add one more. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, I believe Kieron only had 1 sack last year.
He did. But if you look, the guy that he's replacing, I think, had 7+, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Jalen McLeod, 7.5.
I think 8. He had 8? Okay.
Yeah, because
who had 8?
SEC
Jalen
stats right now, for y'all's point here, only 3 players in the SEC got over 10 sacks last year.
I knew it wasn't much.
Yeah, 2 DNs at Ole Miss, and then Kyle Kennard at South Carolina.
And Ole Miss.
At Ole Miss?
Yeah, they had one of the best pass rushing defensive lines last year.
Pete Golden, was he there?
Yeah.
That's why he's the highest paid assistant in the country now.
Is he the highest paid in the country?
That's what I saw. The internet said.
Okay.
Him and Durkin's up there. He's got to be in the top 5.
The internet tells no lies.
Absolutely. Head coaching money, man.
Yeah, back a couple of years ago. Yeah, think about what was Tubbs getting?
That's a great question. Was it like 2 or 3?
Yeah, I think so.
And the assistants were like 200 or 300.
I mean, I believe Chiz was only getting like at his top end after a national championship, $4 million a year, I think.
Wow. That's about, but back then it was like, oh my God, they shouldn't be paying these guys this much money.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going.
They had one more over under someone getting 5 interceptions.
Oh,
and for y'all's point, only 3 players in the SEC last year had over 5 picks.
Yeah.
2 played at Texas. It was Barron and then the safety Andrew, and then Jalen Kilgore had 5 at South Carolina.
Wow. I know. I did it today. Alabama had 2 guys with 3, which I thought, okay, 3 seems to be that was the highest I saw anybody on Auburn schedule. So I would go
5
under.
is like 1 every 2 games. That's tough to do.
Yeah.
It is, or you have to have one massive game,
like
right?
3 or 4.
Yeah, like because Junior Rosegreen had one of those games where I think he got 4 interceptions in one game, like that 04 season, if I remember correctly, where he just was dominant. So it would take a game like that.
So I certainly don't think anybody gets over 5.
No, I'm going to go under on that as well. I'm going under, but I do believe that there are going to be more interceptions, more turnovers this year.
Who do you think the interception leader will be?
Good one.
K and Lee.
I agree. Because he's kind of – I don't know if I should walk this out or not. He's kind of boomer bust for me.
I think he's the one that's willing to gamble. Let me put it like that.
Exactly.
I think he is the one that's willing to gamble. He's the one willing to gamble with the ball in the air.
He is. He'll gamble a little bit and he'll get beat over the top. It's happened a few times.
I'm with B-Matt here. Jay Crawford.
Jay Crawford is the PBU specialist.
See, that's where I'm at. I think Jay is easily had the best camp from everything I've heard, from everything y'all have reported. There's no question. And I think he's the best corner on the team. But I think he's one of these kind of guys that's going to be in you in coverage, that is going to play the ball well when he's in phase. But I don't know that he's going to necessarily pick it off all that much either.
And that's why I think that's the difference between him and Kayan. Kayan's trying to get that pick 6, and he's going to get burned a couple of times because of it. Jay Crawford's more conservative. He'll settle for the PBUs and not getting burned over the top.
Sure, he's just looking to do his job.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody up for Caleb Harris?
I absolutely considered Caleb Harris. Sure did.
Might be a good one.
I think he's one of those that's going to have turnovers. I think he's going to have 3 interceptions and probably 2 or 3 forced fumbles by the time the year's over. He's the kind of kid that just creates them. I don't know that he's going to be 5+ though.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's 5+.
Nah, I'm not going to go that high.
Shit, I mean, how many people in the SEC are over 5+? And I've set it at 2.5.
Right.
Yeah,
it was only 3 last year.
There you go.
The single season record at Auburn is 9 though, which is actually insane.
Was that
what year was it?
Buddy
1969.
Trying to guess. Buddy McClinton.
Yes.
Wow.
Cole had that one in his bag.
How about you,
Listen,
Cole Pinkston?
I've been doing a lot of research on this because I've been doing the best to wear the number this year. I've been doing the starter stats and star power. So I'm up on the stats right now, buddy.
That kid, that dude had 18 picks in 3 years, guys.
He's got the record.
Wow.
You remember his son, I guess it was his son, Mac McClinton, was on the team for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
Good stuff, Hendo. Glad everything worked out for you, big dog. Looking for you not to be a stranger anymore. Come see us.
We have Anthony from Montgomery here. Anthony, you're live, man.
Fellas.
How about you, big dog?
How y'all doing tonight?
Man, we got an elite top 3 right now. Kevin, Hendo, and Anthony.
Doesn't get much better than that. Just doesn't.
Pretty strong.
I'd hate to be a pitcher in this inning,
I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Quick question for us to Auburn to win 8-9 games. Give me offensively, defensively, unsung hero. Not Jackson Arnold, not Cam Cole.
I like it.
Two guys that need to rise to the occasion for us to have that type of season.
Unsung hero on offense, unsung hero on defense. Unsung hero could be a Preston Howard.
Nice. Yeah, good pick.
I'm going to give you 5 right now. It needs to be
Nice.
the offensive. It needs to be the offensive line. Every one of them.
Yeah.
That is your unsung hero. They need to play well for Auburn to play well this year. Period. And I do have some concern because while I think they're great in one-on-ones, I think they're still learning to play collectively as a unit, and that's something that comes over time. It is easily the position where you have to have the most time together to understand what each player is going to do on the line, and you have to pull together as a unit, period. The ultimate team position. So I think they need to play extremely well. That is the unsung hero of this offense. They have to. If it's going to be successful this year, it's because the offensive line is above average, period.
This might not make sense. I'm going to go with Damari Austin.
Hey, he was number 2 on my board, Cole.
Just because the running back room has been looked at as such a committee thing, and he's been overlooked a lot for that reason.
Absolutely.
I think I'll say it again. I think he's the guy they trust the most, and they'll act accordingly with that.
Not a lot being put on him right now. It's not like, oh my God, if Damari Austin isn't as good as Jarquez Hunter, oh my God. There's not.
No. So he's like, because you have other running backs, he's the one where everybody's going, okay, he could really help if he's good. Like he could change the offense if he's good. If he's bad, whatever. They got other running backs.
Defensively, unsung hero. Unsung hero.
Champ Anthony for me.
Ooh, I like it.
Champ Anthony at the field safety spot.
Is it too early to have Melendez in there?
No, I'm thinking linebacker myself.
Me too.
I've heard so much good stuff on the young kids. I feel like one of them is going to do something. God, man.
Jordan Crawford.
Because I would say the unsung hero a year ago was Dorian Mausi, and I saw the fellas on the noon show the other day pointed that out, and we're saying the same thing. Like, wow, I didn't realize how good he was. He led the team in tackles.
He did.
That was a great pickup, and he got overlooked a little bit. Like, okay, he got 8 or 9 tackles a game, whatever. No, he's making good plays. I think Xavier Atkins is my guy.
That was the one I was about to get at.
Got some good answers in the chat. I don't know. Kyle Sweat said Rashawn Pleasant.
That's
in the return game. Xavier Atkins. There's some good stuff. Riddick for sure. Horatio Fields. Matt said Xavier Atkins.
Boy, you know what would help a struggling offense if that's the case? A kick return touchdown.
Hey, just improved special teams, man.
Yeah, look, improved special teams. Period. That was at times such a cluster. I mean, do you remember the Kentucky game where they ran 2 guys on? One of them ran into each other at one point when they were trying to kick the extra point.
Yeah.
The amount of penalties on kick return.
Well, you've got a really good coach in charge of special teams, and I'm not saying Auburn didn't have that last year, but I know Chad Lunsford's fantastic.
Well, I think what you have to be encouraged about Chad's experience is this isn't his first rodeo coaching special teams. He's done it before. He did it at Georgia Southern. He's been a head coach at Georgia Southern, and he was the interim head coach at Florida Atlantic. When you downgrade an area of responsibility for somebody that's responsible for the whole operation, and now you minor it down to or scale it down to just special teams, I think Chad's attention to detail, he'll make sure that he has them ready to go.
Unsung hero, Alex McPherson says Auburn Dad for life.
The kicker for sure. Whoever the kicker is, Alex Townsend. That's a big one.
Perry Thompson is certainly a candidate.
Perry,
sure.
I'm thinking of the guy, like I said with Austin, like the guy who you're not thinking about right now, but should that person step up and start making big plays, it takes the defense or the offense up another level. I felt Philip Bleedy was that guy, Dorian Mausi. Those are a couple guys who got overlooked a little bit, but, hey, their play really gave another element to the defense.
What about Jay Hardy in that vein?
Jay Hardy would be great because, I mean, you know what he's capable of.
Heard some good things about him.
I've seen him moving around a lot. I heard, conditioning at first. That was the thing he had to work through. But now, I mean, in fall camp, especially at that Saturday practice, I thought he was getting after it.
What did Von Trell call him? A dancing bear?
Dancing Bear, yeah.
For as athletic as he is.
I don't think that was the first. I believe he was referred. Y'all would have to look way back into the index to try to find this. I think he was called that at Auburn the first time around, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I'll have to look that up.
I might be mistaken. But
who was his initial D-line coach? Was it Rodney Garner, and then it transitioned to?
Oh my God, was he there that long ago?
Yeah,
was he here that long ago?
Him and Zeke got here in 18 or 19. Yeah,
they got UNC status.
Great day. Good stuff, Anthony. Appreciate you calling in, big dog. Keep us going, Zach.
5726. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
This is Jeremy from Enterprise, Alabama.
How about you, Jeremy from Enterprise? What's on your mind tonight, big dog?
I got two questions for you, and I do enjoy the show. I thank y'all for trying to put out as much news as y'all can. So hats off to y'all. My first question is this: I know Jackson Arnold is not lighting up the camp, and that is to be said that maybe it's just because of defense. But would a serviceable Arnold, with the talent he has around him, be good enough to win 8 to 9 games? Doesn't mean he's got to light up the world, but I've heard the term serviceable around Jackson Arnold. And my second question is, are y'all concerned that the running back room has not really been a big vocal point of scrimmage? There's, I listen to Locked On. I listen to, all y'all guys that really do have a voice and that, get to watch it. And it just seems like the running back room is not making a lot of noise. Maybe it's just because of the defense. But those are my two questions, man. Thank y'all for letting me call in.
Appreciate you calling in, big dog. Last week we heard about Omar Mapson. Mm-hmm. We've heard some good things about Damari in the past few days. So I'm not concerned at all with the running back room.
No, I think the running back room is going to be solid. Cole, I want your feedback on this because you've seen them far more than I have, right? Like I haven't seen them in person at all. Everything I hear is secondhand. So let me be completely clear on that front. But I think they're going to be solid. I don't believe there's going to be one standout, but I think it's going to be a heavy rotation, and they'll get production from that room. And I think there's an opportunity for this room to have more production than what they had in totality last year. But Cole, you go ahead. Tell me what you think.
Well, there's two positions that are at a big disadvantage for coverage when it comes to fall camp, and that's linebacker and running back. Why? Because running backs are the whistle's being blown when they hit.
Touched,
and you know what a good linebacker is when they hit a guy and they go down. Okay?
Which way he goes.
Yes. Well, you know what a good running back is when he can carry a guy for a couple yards.
Which way he goes.
But they're blowing the whistle at that point. So you really don't know much about the linebackers and running backs in that regard. So if anybody's saying anything about how good one or the other is, I would caution that a little bit.
Very good stuff there, Cole. Very good point.
All right, that's number one. Number two, with Arnold, I wouldn't say he's not lighting it up. I mean, I don't know if he's lighting it up, but I wouldn't say he's not. And nothing against you, Jeremy. I think it was a good call, good questions. I think that's another one where when the bullets are flying, when the rubber meets the road, you'll know a lot more than you know right now. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. And I think Freeze even said that we're going to throw him into the fire a little bit, go live at some point in this fall camp, and we'll have a better idea. And the defense is at an advantage, like we've talked about before, because I thought Justin Hokanson made an awesome point. I think he was talking to sources and trying to get an idea of why the defense was so ahead, and said, well, look, they're not game planning for Durkin's defense. You got to keep that in mind. They're running their plays and trying to get them to work against several different looks. Until you actually sit down and game plan for an opponent, you're not going to have gotcha plays. You're not going to have perfectly schemed up plays. So quarterbacks it's a rough time for them, which is why let's go all the way back. Free said, I got to ease him in a little bit so he knows what's going on, because I felt like a year ago we walked through this thing and our quarterback left still with questions. That can't be the case this time.
I think my with scrimmages, even going back, it dates back to Tuberville, and I always remember being told, if your defense isn't dominating scrimmages, you're in trouble. Like, there's something wrong if the offense is winning.
It's true.
I've always heard that, and for the reasons you just mentioned, Cole, they're running the plays that they want to work on. Yep. They're not scheming against the defense. They're not scheming. They're not making audibles. They're not getting out of a bad look.
No, actually,
they're running plays.
Tomorrow, or probably tonight, if we're being honest, the Baylor scheming begins, where they really go, this week is dedicated to beating Baylor instead of us trying to get better. So now you're going to hear something different from when we go to a practice window and all the media is there and they have their own vantage points. Right. What's going to be different is, hey, they're not going against the ones anymore. They're going against the scout team who is running Baylor's offense, who is running Baylor's defense.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, in order to gather the information coming out of Auburn fall camp, you've got to understand how it works. It's very important.
I completely agree, man. I do not get bent out of shape one way or the other when it comes to scrimmage. Gosh, just chill.
I think it's fair to say wait and see.
Yes.
I think it is fair to say wait and see. And realistically, I'm going to be honest with you. I've looked enough at Baylor, and I've looked at what they picked up in the transfer portal, and I've done my own research. And I feel like Auburn can just out-athlete them. I don't think player-to-player Baylor matches, okay? They just, in my opinion, they don't. It's more about, for me, the success of the season as it pertains to the offense. What happens in games like Oklahoma and Texas A&M and Missouri and Alabama and Georgia, the teams that have comparable talent on the other side of the ball on defense with this offense? When those teams are matched up, how does Auburn perform? Because that's what they're going to be judged on. So I don't put as much stock into Baylor. I mean, I think it's a good litmus test game. Don't get me wrong. But I just think athlete to athlete, Baylor's back end is not going to be able to match up with Auburn's perimeter. They're just not.
I totally agree with that. Now, I do think I'll give them I'll do a who has the edge at each position at some point. That'll be a good deal. But their O-line's really, really good, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
That's the best part of their team, I believe. We're going to find out how good Auburn's D-line is, how deep they go in that rotation, and how many guys can actually hold up in that rotation very quickly. But I agree with you, Alan. Their secondary.
Yeah.
I don't want to call any shots, but
Cole, the video you put up of Okuz 20 was it?
Yeah,
dude, that looked like me trying to keep up with I mean, dude, that was bad.
Look, man, I'm gonna run RPO, and I'm gonna hit vertical shots to the boundary night long, and just stop me.
Isn't he the boundary corner?
Yes, Caden Jenkins, I believe, is his name, number 8.
I would eat him up.
Of course, Murphy's Law says he'll have 3 picks in the game.
For sure.
For
sure.
But, I mean, listen, he kept catching my eye, not for good. I'll put it that way.
Dude, I saw that one clip. I felt bad for him. I was embarrassed for him. I mean, you think I'm red right now? You should have saw me when I was watching that video.
Was it against LSU or TCU?
I don't know. It was awful. It was I think it was the first clip you showed in your post on the corner earlier this week.
Yeah, I think that was LSU.
Good stuff, Jeremy. Appreciate you calling in, big dog. Keep us going, Zach.
We have a Bammer lover on the line. Carter.
Gentlemen, it's the damn Bammer lover. How the heck are you?
How about you, Bammer lover?
We need to change that to your board name, Carter.
I called about a month ago and said I could smell football in the air, and God knows if it ain't getting more pungent over here.
Yeah.
He said, "Close that door. I got weed in here, cowboy."
No, none of that. We ain't back at 160 Ross and next to downtown.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Oh man. Well, hey, I just want to say I am so thankful that all the national media has been proclaiming, "Oh, Ohio State has got this edge, man." They did not believe in us one bit, and I know we've not closed the deal, but I truly think that this is monumental for us to land Womack, and I just, I think it's huge going into the season. He'll be locked in, like y'all said, at plenty of games if he commits, and But the main thing I wanted to call and ask about is how much playing time do you think Jalen Crawford and Kayan Lee, if they're the top two DBs, how much playing time do you think they're going to delegate between them and Pleasant and Strader? And who do you see outside of Jalen Crawford by the end of the season looking back and saying, man, that guy ended up having the biggest impact in the cornerback room?
Great question.
Okay. Appreciate you calling, big dog. What you think, Alan?
I think Schrader's going to be the one that's going to have the biggest impact beyond your two starters, just because I think he's next up in the rotation. You can't predict injury, how many guys are going to get nicked up. And honestly, I felt like our corners had tired legs by the end of the year because of how reliant we were upon them. So to have guys that can spell them 20, maybe 30 snaps a game would be massive. And I think they're going to get that much rotation. I think Rayon Schrader is going to play that much.
Do it in percentage of snaps. What do you think Crawford and Kayan Lee, the percentage of snaps, both of you? I want to hear from both of you on that. Like, are we talking 70%? Are we talking 80%?
65% of the snaps.
So 2/3.
I think if Crawford is not winded, in other words, you're subbing in for a spell.
Yeah.
Right.
He's in the game.
So you think it's higher?
For him, I do.
Okay.
And then how much is Pleasant getting work at Star? I think that's the other question, right?
Dude, they got so many. They have a lot of options at that position.
Yeah, they do.
Is that where Champ's going to be?
I think Champ's going to be in the back end. I think he's going to be your field safety. He's competing with Robinson right now there in the back end, and I think those are probably your top two.
Yeah, Jacoby Matthews is back there.
Who's your two deep at the two safety spots right now? Caleb Harris.
I think Jaquez Robinson's in there, like Alan said.
I think Robinson and Anthony are your two deep at the field safety spot right now, today, right? And then at the boundary,
Matthews, maybe.
I think Eric Winters probably. I think Eric Winters probably. I don't think Jacoby's where he needs to be from a football shape standpoint.
Physically.
Physically. Let's see where he's at later on down the line.
Week 4.
Yeah, week 4, week 5. He's got his feet underneath him. His conditioning's there. You know, the technical part of his game is really rounded into form because, again, you're talking about a guy that didn't play football for a full year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a long time to be out of the game, and I think he's a phenomenal athlete, but there is what you call football playing shape, and I just don't believe that he's in it at this point. I think he's still got a little bit to go, but Eric Winters is probably maybe Tate Seymour, maybe.
He's in there somewhere. I don't know if I'd put him in the 2. Eric Winters is the guy, I think.
Are y'all shocked by that?
Right. No, not at all.
You're not shocked he's ahead of New Boy?
I think he's at star or nickel.
Well, New Boy's, yeah, he's field safety or star, and I just think he's behind the other two at the field safety spot. It's
Wait
star.
a minute. When you say star, are we talking nickel?
Yeah, the support star. Yep.
I think they call it the star.
Eric Winters is playing nickel?
No. He's playing safety. Anquan Fagans is playing star.
Oh, Anquan Fagans is playing nickel. Y'all are messing me up with this stuff, man. I'm very elementary here.
I mean, it's hard to pin down anyway. Like, it's just a lot of guys. Sylvester Smith is there. Kinsley Faustin's there.
Yeah.
Like, that is a heavy rotation right there.
It really is. I probably lean towards Sly starting at star.
Who's your dime back?
That's going to be Atkins.
Well, he's going to be your dime backer for sure.
And if you throw another safety in there, it's probably going to be shoot. I mean, I could see it being Winters.
Pick your flavor.
Robinson.
You know what I mean? Like I just don't know.
Okay.
This first game is going to be really eye-opening for me because I don't think. Here's the other thing. I think coaches at this point hate depth charts. I mean, I think they hate them with a passion because of the problems that they present to them.
Sure.
Like they're getting phone calls from agents and parents now. Like, why isn't my kid? Yes. So they probably are not going to put anything out. You remember Gus used to throw something out with a lot of and/ors on there.
Ors, yeah.
A lot of ors. Guys that never even played all year, they were on the or line.
It'll have to be that at safety, I think.
-OR hyphen.
But the media spoke to TJ Rushing the other day. I thought maybe there'd be a little more clarification. No, he was like, it's open. It's open.
Dude. And I honestly believe the ors are correct on that one. Like, I just don't know. I haven't heard enough differentiation, except for the fact I do believe Jacquez Robinson and Champ are pulling away a little bit at the field safety spot. And I feel obviously comfortable about who the starter is at the boundary. Eric probably being the backup there. But nickel, that one's nickel/star. That one's wide open. I mean, wide open.
Good stuff, Carter. Appreciate you calling in, big dog. Keep us going, Zach.
3415. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's John in Auburn. How y'all doing today?
How about you, John?
Hey, so I had a question. So I'm in town a couple months ago. I run into, a starter from Freeze's first team, the 23 team. And we were talking about the roster improvement. He looked at me, he said, hey, I'm not sure and this guy that's graduated and all that and was successful at Auburn, he said, I'm not sure I'd start on this 25 team. So
wow.
Take this whichever way you want, but looking at roster improvement from year 1 to year 3 with Freeze, what players in 23 that started, wouldn't start now, or maybe what non-starters in 25 would have started on that 23 team?
Ooh, great question.
Peyton Thorne.
I mean, I don't think
Jarquez Hunter would start.
I don't think any of the receivers on the 23 team would start for this team.
No.
Not
none of the offensive linemen.
I mean, Jeremiah Wright starting now. Was he starting then? I can't remember.
One of them was Dylan Wade, so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But by and large, Jeffrey, you're right. I mean, I think.
Who?
Would Fairweather start? Yeah.
I think he would. He would.
I think Ricardo would start.
Who was your
Sante?
Eugene.
Maybe.
Yes. All right. Let's go to the position that Auburn probably has done the best with from like the end of the Gus era through the Harshin regime to now, and that's defensive back.
Oh.
At the corner position.
Jalen Simpson is definitely starting.
So Simpson's at the boundary. Is it the field safety spot?
No doubt.
Yeah,
how about the boy from Texas at safety?
Jaron Thompson. Probably with just the youth.
Yeah, it may be Jaron Thompson at the field safety spot, right? Because that's the one that probably they're most unsure about.
DJ James.
That's what I was going to say. Is DJ James starting on this team at corner?
Pritchett was there too.
Is Pritchett starting on this team over the two guys you've got there right now?
I don't think so.
I think one of them would. I think you'd probably have. Gosh, man.
You know what? I didn't give Nehemiah the credit he deserved when he was here.
No, he was good,
and he still is good.
I mean, you're talking about two guys that were drafted into the NFL and are playing on NFL rosters right now.
DJ James was good. I will say that people are, because of the play.
I also expect Ken Lee and Jay Crawford to be doing the same thing in 3 years.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're all NFL guys. Nobody's starting over Crawford for me.
I'll tell you the one that started.
I agree, Cole.
Malik Blockton's brother would absolutely start for this group.
I almost said Kenneth Carter. Oh, gosh. What's his name, Cole?
I froze.
Malik Blockton's older brother.
Marcus Harris.
Yes.
Marcus Harris.
Marcus
Kansas.
Harris,
Yes.
100% starts for this team.
He would start.
We also got Keontae Scott in that secondary, too, from that year.
No, he's not starting on this group.
No. You know what? His 23 year was really good.
He was a good nickel, but then he
moved the corner, and it was just he couldn't do it.
That was the killer there.
You also have Jalen McLeod at edge on this team.
He starts.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Playmaker.
He was starting
no doubt he's a playmaker. There's some wait and see with me on that one. I want to see what Keyron Crawford is.
For sure. I mean, he could take such a big leap because of everything he's capable. His ceiling is so high. McLeod's is, because of his size, is not quite as much. But boy, did he reach it.
Oh,
not everybody reaches their ceiling. We always talk about ceiling and floor. A lot of people don't ever get there.
Look, Jalen McLeod to me is the ideal player from the transfer portal that you want to land every year. He raises the floor of your room without question. Period.
Yeah, 100%.
Like high-end production, maybe he's not the ideal from a size standpoint, but from effort, energy, production, what you're going to get from that kid, hell yes. Give me that every year out of the transfer portal. I think Keyron's ceiling might be higher with his size, length.
Oh, it is for sure.
Bend.
It definitely is.
Oh, man, these questions will no longer be in 2 weeks. The hypotheticals will be over.
Yes. That's the part of this, right? Is we're going to know. We're going to go beyond the therapy words. If I think, I feel, we're going to know here pretty soon.
Predict.
Yes.
At least season-wise, we'll be doing game stuff next week. Keep us going, Zach.
Last caller of the night, 8491. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Ricky from Birmingham.
How about you, Ricky?
Ricky!
Hey, I want to thank Jeffrey for answering that question earlier about if your defense not dominating scrimmage, something wrong with that picture. Because I know you old school. But thank you for clearing that up for me.
OG, big dog. That's why I never understood why people were freaking out. I'm like, well, they're supposed to be winning. Like, I thought that was like, if I know that, you should know that.
Yep.
Yeah, I have two questions. My first one, the last couple of days I've been hearing that the wide receiver room kind of beat up, banged up.
Mm-hmm.
So I be worried heading to the Baylor game. And my last question is, I've been watching you guys for like I think almost 2 or 3 years. Will this be the first post-game show on a Friday night for you guys?
We will not be on the Friday night post-game. We'll do this Sunday night call-in. I do think, does JG do it?
I think he's going to do the brain drain.
Yeah, JG Tate, man, who does a fantastic job of in-game show on this channel. And so if y'all aren't familiar with this, y'all check in the Auburn Sports channel. And I think he might be on the Auburn Rivals YouTube.
I don't know which one. Yeah, I don't know which one he's going to use. It'll be interesting on that setup. But there's nobody that does an in-game show like Jay that is able to articulate exactly what he thinks he's seeing.
I think it's a call-in, is it not?
He does have call-in option, but it is not until after the game is over. So he does the play-by-play. Sometimes Jay will have Hunter Adams at halftime to kind of give you
Hunter's fantastic.
And Hunter's fantastic.
Yes.
From a schematic standpoint, kind of laying it out for you as far as, what he's seeing, what they could maybe some of the adjustments could be. I think he's phenomenal. Shout out Stan Hope Elmore, even though I know that goes straight against Cole's. That's against his soul to do that, my man.
That's okay.
Prattville all the way, but Hunter's great. But then Jay does open up the phone lines afterwards, and usually he'll have guys call in. I know that he's asked me to call in at multiple times to give my opinion. Brian Matthews, multiple others. So it's a great show. Ricky and I would absolutely advocate that.
I'm going to put the link to the to their YouTube page in the comment section of here, so y'all can go watch that end game if you want to, because it's fantastic. All right, I just put it in there. It's Auburn Tigers on Auburn Sports.
Easy, Florence Tiger. Come on now, that's my boy.
What happened? There you go. There. That Ricky, hit that that channel I just put in the chat, and he does the in game and post game, and it's fantastic. And then of course we'll follow up 2 days later with the call in. Give everybody a chance to decompress, get over that Saturday morning dehydration. Because they'll be rehydrating Saturday morning because this is the first.
This is true.
What was Ricky's first question? I forgot.
I don't know that he had a question, did he? I think he just wanted to dap you up for basically saying thank you for saying that the defense typically leads in the fall.
Yeah, but he also asked about injured defensive backs. I want to say,
injured wide receivers.
Wide receivers,
wide receivers, yeah.
Wide receivers, Cole. What have you heard?
Free said they'll all be back this week. He said one guy was just a couple days behind. I think it was Singleton.
Okay.
Yeah, minor injuries.
Let me ask you this. Next week, we're going to get our we'll do our season predictions.
Yep.
In the first few minutes of the show. We'll look ahead to Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want everybody here listening, watching, to be ready next week with your season predictions, maybe game predictions. I'm going to toss out some questions we'll have. We'll do it up, man. We'll close talking season on a high note.
I like that.
Talking season on a high note. We are, and let me remind, because of Hendo, we will continue to start the show at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, and run it till about 7:30. And we're going to incorporate as many calls as we can, as many comments as we can, and get ready for the season.
Sounds so good.
So this week, be on the lookout for Braylon Womack, the 5-star safety, who's announcing on Thursday. We like Auburn's chances. You talking about not absolute? I'm like 90-95, to be honest with you. I'm not 100. I'm not.
Never 100, but yeah, I'm over 95% for sure.
I'm right there. So that would be, and I think somebody brought up, I think it would be Auburn's first 5-star DB since I've been doing this. I don't know about going back, but I couldn't find anybody on a commitment list that was a 5-star DB. Trevon was ranked a 5-star by the composite as a cornerback.
But he played receiver.
And really none of the services had him as a 5-star. It was just an average of the 4. He was such a high 4 for everybody that I don't know how he got a 5. But so that would be another huge commitment. You're talking about getting Balagoon Ali. You're talking about getting Jacquez Wilkes, Wilson Zier, Jace Matthews, and Braylon Womack to close the summer. Would put you probably top 25 going into the season.
You'd be right there on it.
Yeah. I put together a post probably back front end of July where I listed out the top 5 targets that were uncommitted presently. If Auburn closes Braylon Womack, they're about to close all 5 of those.
Really?
Yep. And I may or may not have had some help putting together who the top 5 targets on that board were. So,
hey, help is always nice.
Help is always nice, right?
Help usually knows more than I do. That's why I always look for help.
Just a hair, right? Just a hair.
By the way, I wanted to point out the week 0, there is a ranked matchup. Week 0 at 11 is Iowa State at Kansas State.
The Cyclones.
It's
Paul Rhodes.
Well, I guess it's Matt Campbell now, but
I know, but I always think of Paul Rhodes and Gene Chizik.
Oh, Paul Rhodes riding that Harley motorcycle.
Paul Rhodes was a good one, man.
He wasn't a bad guy. He just came in at the wrong time. He came in on the backside of Tubbs's tenure.
Yeah. All right, folks, that's going to do it, man. Y'all, we'll be back. Probably we're going to record Wednesday night the recruiting show, and we'll come out Thursday morning, the day of Braylon Womack. We'll have our the corner recruiting show later this week, and then we're going to be back, obviously, next week, next Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Central Time at this very spot.
And Caleb Jones and myself trying to get out to some Friday night games.
Oh, Friday night. The lights are coming on, son.
That's right.
Gear up.
Here's the real question. Is Cole going to be brave enough to go to a high school game the same night Auburn plays Baylor? Is he going to take that one off?
No, I'm not going to do that one.
Sacrifices must be made.
There you go.
I'm going to read a live updates thread from a high school game while the Auburn game's on.
Don, if you're covering Thompson.
What's going on with West
right.
End, Cole? You got to score to that Ramburn game?
Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? Like we're to the part we've been working towards. Now
Yeah, right. Throwing everything to the wayside when it comes to Auburn football. I don't care what it is on Friday night.
Damn right, it's recruiting central, baby.
All right, folks. We appreciate everybody listening. Don't forget Jessica Andrus with First Realty. Give her a call if you're looking for some real estate help. 334-704-4442. Tell her we sent you. Look for us Thursday morning. Look for shows throughout the week on this channel as well as the channel I posted in the comment section. Shows all week long. And then we'll be back Sunday night and hear what everybody's take is on the season and on the upcoming game against Baylor. Appreciate everybody listening. Appreciate everybody watching. For Cole, for Alan, for Zach in the back, who stayed in the back. I'm Jeffrey Lee, man. Y'all stay out of that left lane. See you.